Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're talking about something really practical for all you educators out there: how to use some powerful psychological theories to build a classroom that's more inclusive and, honestly, just more effective. Okay, so how do you do it? How do you reach the quiet artist in the back, the natural-born leader, and the future engineer, all in the same lesson? This is the challenge every single teacher faces, right? A room full of totally unique individuals. Let's dive into it. All right, section one, reaching every student. The first step is just admitting that individual difference isn't some buzzword. It's the absolute reality of your classroom. We're talking cognitive, physical, social, the whole spectrum. This quote really hits it home. Every student is unique and has a different profile of strengths. So our goal here isn't just to notice these differences, but to really understand them. That's how we make sure no child gets left behind. Okay, here's a quick look at our roadmap for today. We'll start with reaching every student, then get into your intelligence toolkit. We'll cover the Triarchic classroom, the multiple intelligences classroom, how to unlock creativity, and we'll wrap up with an implementation checklist you can use tomorrow. This is all about giving you strategies that work. Section 2, your intelligence toolkit. So let's get you set up with two really powerful frameworks for understanding your students, ways that go way beyond just a simple IQ score. First up, we've got Robert Sternberg's triarchic theory. Now, his big idea is that intelligence isn't just about what you score on a test. It's about your ability to actually achieve your goals in life, using a mix of three key ingredients. And then there's Howard Gardner. He completely changed the game by proposing that we don't just have one single general intelligence. Nope. He argued we have at least 8 distinct types of intelligence. So let's put these two side by side. Gardner, on one hand, is all about what you're smart in. Are you a musical genius, a sports prodigy? He identifies these specific domains. Sternberg, on the other hand, is focused on how you think. He's looking at the mental processes. Are you analytical, creative, or practical? So think of it as Gardner's what versus Sternberg's how. Okay, on to section 3, the triarchic classroom. Let's make this real. How can you actually spot these 3 intelligences from Sternberg's theory in your own classroom? Okay, so you've got your analytical intelligence versus your practical intelligence. The analytical kid, they're your classic book smarts. They think in the abstract and they're great at analyzing and evaluating. Then you have the practical student. They're all about street smarts. They think in real-world terms and are amazing at actually applying and using information. So the analytical student, you know this kid. They absolutely crush traditional exams. They write these incredible literary critiques and can solve those super complex, abstract math problems. They just love to dig in, analyze, and evaluate. And then you have your creative student. This is your inventor, your out-of-the-box thinker. They're the one drawing amazing pictures, writing wild fantasy stories, or throwing out a suggestion in a group discussion that just makes everyone go, whoa. They thrive on creating and imagining. And of course, the practical student. This is your organizer, your doer, the one who's brilliant at planning the school fundraiser or negotiating peace between friends. They're an expert at managing their time and just adapting to whatever life throws at them. They know how to make things happen. All right, time for section 4, the multiple intelligences classroom. Now we're going to switch gears to Gardner's model and look at how you can design lessons that really speak to every type of learner. Okay, let's use a super simple example, a lesson on road safety. How can we teach this one topic in a bunch of different ways? Well, for your linguistic and visual learners, the ones who love words and pictures, have them draw posters and write some really powerful safety slogans. Perfect for them. What about your other students? For your kinesthetic learners, the ones who need to move, and your interpersonal learners who thrive on group work, let's get them to act it out. A simulation of crossing a busy street safely, that's going to make the lesson stick, for sure. And we can't forget our logical and musical learners. For them, how about creating a short song or a catchy little rhyme about what different road signs mean? This connects patterns and rhythm right to the information. It's brilliant, and they'll never forget it. Moving on to section 5, unlocking student creativity. A common thread here in both theories is just how valuable creativity is. So the big question becomes, how do we actually nurture that in the classroom? So at the very heart of creativity is this idea of divergent thinking. Think about it. Most of our traditional schoolwork is based on convergent thinking, finding that one single correct answer. But creativity, that's all about divergent thinking. It's brainstorming, exploring a ton of different possibilities, not just searching for one right path. And creativity isn't just this random aha moment that pops out of nowhere. It's actually a process. And if we understand the steps, preparation, incubation, illumination, and verification, we can actually guide our students through it. It's not magic, it's a skill we can teach. All right, we've made it to our last section, number 6, your implementation checklist. We've talked a lot of theory, so let's boil it all down into a simple checklist you can start using in your classroom, like tomorrow. So here it is. Look, this isn't about throwing out everything you do and starting from scratch. It's about making small but really powerful shifts. Things like using different teaching methods, visuals, music, movement, or providing different ways for students to show what they know, maybe through an essay, a model, or a video. It's about connecting lessons to real life, asking those what-if questions, and just creating a space where unique ideas are celebrated. It all comes down to recognizing every kind of strength. This quote really says it all. The great teacher is one who celebrates students' strengths, not just their academic scores. And that's what this is all about. Embracing these series helps you see the whole child, to shift from just measuring scores to actually cultivating the incredible potential inside every single one of your students. So that's our explainer for today, and it leaves us with this one question to think about. The real work, the really rewarding work, begins now, in your classroom. Thanks for watching.